I'm originally from Chicago, kind of been a little bit of a world traveler, spent some time in London, Singapore, and now I live in Connecticut but work in New York. I am I call myself software quality advocate or activist. So I've done a lot of work in running large enterprise technology software testing groups. Right now I work for a company called Techmark Global Solutions. I run their software quality practice. So we do things like management consulting around test process improvement, do project work around test automation or delivering teams. We'll also do some training and mentoring work as well. I've never really thought that Agile testing was a thing. I think there's testing in different contexts, right? So I like a lot of the principles in the Agile manifesto around customer focused, delivering working software, and I think a lot of these are good practices that have been around for a long time. It's really easy to, in our business and particularly technology, to get into kind of buzzword bingo-y, models. But I like the idea that's been around for a long time around testing early as often as possible, testing your ideas and trying to really understand why you're testing, right? That testing is a information-based science and there's reasons why we test something, and focusing on that I find kind of universal. So really looking at testing as kind of basic principles is where I see that fit into this. And I actually probably surround myself with people who are mostly identify with folks who have that same kind of ethos and principles. Is around helping the enterprise, which in my definition is large businesses that have a fairly significant investment in technology, but their business is not technology. So this is banking, insurance, a lot of retail operations who probably couldn't survive without technology anymore, but their core business is not technology. And one of the biggest problems that I've seen there is that when they're trying to do agile transitions or adopt some of the practices, is that for large, particularly in testing, for the last 20 odd years or so, they've made kind of anti-pattern investments around doing those things. So they have large offshore testing centers of excellence. They have commoditized testing to it's just really about numbers and data. It's not based on information. And so how do they fine-tune their process, or how do they reinvest to get more value out of their software testing team or approach without completely throwing the whole baby out with the bathwater, right? So and there's a lot of really bad information in our industry, and I'm kind of a fairly vocal and harsh critic of our business about this automating everything, right? There's a lot of people talk about bug-free software still. I mean, even today, and this gets in the repeated in the echo chamber of the technology business, and people hear that and think, well, why aren't we still quality means zero defects, right? And why isn't that happening? Or we've invested all this money in automation, and all our testers should be coding, but yet we haven't fired anybody yet, or my operational costs haven't gone down, or we're not faster. And so helping people kind of navigate that landscape and make better decisions about how they test and why they're testing is probably the biggest challenge that I've come across.